I have a friend who's an Eagle Scout, and when the Trump administration came in, she saw the writing on the wall and ended up leaving the country, going to Thailand where there's a lot of trans people. So yeah, she and her partner had to leave America just because of what's between their legs. I never would have thought in a million years we'd have a country like this. Mass people on the street, beating people up, kidnapping them, throwing them in detention centers, sometimes for lengthy periods of time. Very little food, and what there is not edible, really. Very little water. A lot of times no blankets. They give them one of those survival tarp, I don't know what you call them, insulated or something. Anyway, basically little sheets. And it's, for the most part, it's because they came here for a better life. Now, I understand they should have been here legally. You know, definitely. I mean, I believe in immigration laws. But when laws are broken, there's measured response. There's not kidnap people and throw them into these prisons. It's ridiculous. In most states, crossing the border illegally, I think in most of the border states, crossing the border illegally is a misdemeanor. Where else do we treat our misdemeanors like this? I mean, rapists and murderers, we put them in prisons where they get meals and a bed and all that. What is the logic? The only reason I can see for this treatment, and I think it's pretty obvious, is fear. They want to put the fear into all these people so that they won't do it. But the fact is, those people that are here illegally, whether it's right or wrong, they are bettering our society. They're doing a lot of the work that us pampered white people especially are not willing to do. They do it cheaply. Now, I don't think they should have been hired for that at slave wages, because, I mean, that's exploiting those people that you're saying shouldn't even be here. So anyway, they should have definitely made more money, but I mean, they were happy to do it. And then we chased them out of the fields and out of the stores and everywhere and throw them in prison. And now, I mean, there's fruit and vegetables were rotting in the fields. It's so asinine. I can't wrap my mind around it. I mean, what are they so afraid of that they've got to do this preemptive fear thing? What I've heard is the right is scared of us becoming socialist and communist and all this stuff, but there's no indication that would even happen. It's complete fear-mongering. I mean, what kind of country can you build on fear? I mean, we won't cooperate. The right and left won't cooperate at all to help make this a better country. We're screwed. I mean, our best hope for bringing sanity back to America, I think, is for states to defend their own rights. You know, let's have state police stand up and say, no, this is our state. We agreed to be part of a union, but we did not agree to be ruled, period. And that's what's happening right now on the federal level. You've got the whole executive, a good portion of the judicial, I'd say most of the judicial. You've got the whole executive. You've got the DOJ. All of those combined. No checks and balances. The Trump administration owns all of it. And they talk about the radical left, and the reason why they're, taking this hard stance and everything is because of the radical left. They're the radical right, and they're the ones who started this whole thing. There, Black Lives Matter and some of the other protests, yes, there was some violence. Yes, there was some destruction of property. But look at big picture. I mean, white people are responsible for a shitload more of that stuff. I don't like this at all. And our states need to stand up. It looks like the elections are probably going to be rigged on the right's favor. They're throwing out all the fear about voter fraud. which is actually minuscule in this country. It's been proven that hardly any fraud exists at all. But because the red is so scared of the blue taking control, they spread that, and they put this fear in people. And it's always fear, and it works. I mean, people are lapping it up. Fear and hatred. It's endemic right now. It's so sad. I mean, this was not the America I was born and raised in. I mean, I was born in 71. My kind of prime time of my life was in the 90s. If you had told me in the 90s that there would be masked people sanctioned by our government out here kidnapping people and beating them, there's absolutely no way I would believe it. America would never do that. We've always been against that. Over in the Middle East, where we've seen that kind of stuff, we've always stood up against it. And now, what is there, 30% of the population that wants it this way? I think it's something like that. Between 30 and 40%, probably closer to 30, that like what's going on. All the rest of us, the 70% of us, the silent majority, is saying, what the hell is going on? And we can't get people to vote. And now with the voter registration issue coming up, with them trying to, limit because of this voter fraud fear, I mean, the only way we stand a chance of turning things around is for a lot of people to vote. Because if you figure even 60% of the population is against what's going on right now, then you need a good voter turnout, and you're golden. Then we flip it all around, and we hold people accountable for what they did, and put in safeguards to make sure it never happens again. I mean, what's wrong with that? Doesn't that make sense?